maybe wave to those who are in the classroom. They can't hear you. And the reason I'm using the microphone here, maybe we won't need it in the future, but I'm told that because we're recording, it might make the audio a little easier for you. But those who are present here in the classroom, I think they're smiling under their masks, okay? I see some head shaking and things like that. So I really did want to welcome everyone here to our MANA 3001 class. All right. And if you, let me close this down a little bit. And if you came in a little bit later, I did show people my COVID check, okay? And we will go through the syllabus and everything like that. So can folks who are in Zoom see the D2L page? Yes? No? Yeah, Alexis, I think I saw you shake your head. Awesome. Okay. So this is where you will see all of the announcements and things. I mean, everybody got online, so I'm really impressed. Everybody got here okay. I know one of you had emailed me just as I was updating this message this morning because I had them flipped around. So that suggests to me a very strong sense of conscientiousness, and I really appreciate that. So if you'll be patient with me, be patient with each other, I think we're going to be able to make this work. Okay. All right. So a couple things here. Let's see. We'll get started. This particular section and my 330 class does a global virtual teams project. Okay. Now it's going to be slightly less climactic because you've all been online for so long, but don't let this project scare you. We'll talk a little bit more about it as it comes up. But a couple things I did want to say is that, actually I wanted to ask, has anybody gotten an email from XCulture yet? Awesome. They said that they were going to send it out and that it's not junk mail. XCulture is the name of the project, the company, well, not the company, it's the school. And I sent them the class list on Monday. Madison, you would not have been included yet, but I will make sure that they get your name as well so that they will send you an email asking you to take the readiness test, okay? And what that is, that's the only part about it that's actually a test. And it isn't really. What it is verification that you have read through the student manual. Let's see if I can get that in there. Okay, let's see if I can get that to come up. So XCulture, it's out of the University of North Carolina, and they actually, 20202, I think is, might be the website. Oh, that's not it. Okay, they might not have it open yet, but the link is in D2L. Let me find that for you. I'll kind of go through the, can people in Zoom still see our D2L page? Okay, thank you. I appreciate the head nods. That's really helpful. You'll have all the course documents here at the top. The syllabus is there. The information sheets that I would like folks who are online to fill out and put in the Dropbox for me. The MindTap instructions here. And Allie, God bless you. You got into MindTap right away, which I really appreciate. It was relatively straightforward, was it? Okay. Awesome, okay. And so maybe if somebody needs help when we're doing it a little bit later on. But here are the instructions. Please make sure that you are accessing the one for the 2 o'clock class, okay? Because both of my classes are combined in D2L, makes it so much easier. I only have to post things once, but make sure that you get into the right section. Then I will post the recordings here after every class, assuming I remember to turn on the recording. And then here is all the information so far about XCulture. Okay, Here is the link, and they have not updated it completely yet, but they're working on it. But here we go. Open it in the window. I just checked this out yesterday. And the password is going to be super easy. It's 2022A. Let me see if that works. It might be 2022. Let's try that again. Meaning that it's the second, there we go. It's the second semester that Xculture is working. I've actually done this project for the last 3.5 years. And it is not a test, okay? It's an experience and an exercise to help you get exposure to working with individuals from all over the world, okay? Which is, I think it's really cool. It can be difficult, but again, I think all of you this semester have a bit of an edge over folks in the past because you've been online before, right? And so you've got a little bit of a leg up from folks in the past. I've got us in what's called the early track, and that's so that we start right away. So it officially starts Monday. And let me pull up, and you don't jump right into working yet, but they assign you to a team. And the idea is you cannot be assigned to a team until you complete that readiness test. Okay, and let me download this and open that up. But this will give you a little bit of an idea about, oops, it's got a wrong date on it, but hopefully this will work. And for those of you online, I apologize if I keep clearing my throat. It's part and parcel of my issue. All right, so, nope, oh, that's the one from last year. What's your presentation? I might have it elsewhere. But the idea is you get a couple of weeks to get used to it. Oh, here we go. Okay. Can folks online see the due dates listed for the different? Awesome, thanks, Emily. I'm kind of scrolling through my my student list here. So that's the official start is Monday, but the sooner that you respond to the email from them to complete the readiness test, and it just asks you questions about the student materials. Do you understand that you'll have deliverables? Do you understand you get to pick which company you want to work on? And they should have those by next week. They don't have them yet, but I'll show you a sample. But the first couple of weeks, by next Thursday, if you have done the readiness test and you are on a team through Xculture, you just send an email or somehow it'll tell you who's in your team and what their email addresses are, and you get to see which countries they are from. And then they give you a couple questions to ask of each other so that you can begin to get to know each other. This project is one of the reasons why I do chapter 9 on work groups and teams so early in this semester, is to kind of help you get a good start, help you with a little bit of training, which is always helpful for working in virtual teams, so you can hopefully hit the ground running. Okay. Oops, and I don't have my chat box open. Let's see if I can open the chat in case folks online have any questions. The early track ends by, I think that Friday is our mid-semester break, isn't it? The 16th, or is it that next week? Anybody know? It's right around then. So the idea is if you have big projects in other classes, this will be done by the middle of the semester. And that's why I sign us up for early, the early track. Ben, you have a question? They should have sent the email already. One thing you'll want to do is check your spam or your junk folders. Okay. I sent them my class list. Excuse me. Let me mute here. Everybody, it's not COVID. It's not COVID. She just coughs. It's linked to an autoimmune condition. So I sent them a spreadsheet that had your names and your email addresses. And so assuming that what we had in checkmark was accurate, which should be, they should have sent it out unless somebody had just signed into the class yesterday. And so you didn't just join the class, did you, Ben? I know it was somebody near the end of the alphabet. Might be my 3:30 class. Okay, but double check your junk or your spam folders. Okay, maybe look for that. If you look all over and you haven't seen it yet, maybe send me an email and I'll try to see if they can resend it. Okay, but the key is the sooner that you are able to finish that readiness test, the sooner you can get a jump on things. Okay. Any other questions about that? And Zoom folks, if you want to type a question into the chat box, I've opened that up for you. Any other questions before I? Awesome. And again, if you guys would alert me if they're asking questions and I can't see it. There's a lot of technology to manage here. Here's an example on that same link of projects from the spring semester that you could choose. And they'll probably use some of the same ones, but they will probably also potentially change some of them. But you can actually start looking at that now, even before you get your team members. I'd encourage holding off until this is updated. And what it says here is that the 20-2 challenges will be released on Monday, so the first day of the project. Okay, let me put this down here. But it gives you all the instructions. Okay? It tells you about the company. It tells you what the project is. Now, don't worry if you have not had a class in finance or a class in accounting or marketing. That's okay. The idea is that hopefully you'll have some of those background resources from your other team members. And just remember that the paper that you are putting together is graded by me and not the other professors of all other team members. And so that's an advantage for you. But I will have that project sheet ready for you on Monday. Actually, I think I might have it in there now because I was just working on it. But if you wanted to get a little peek as to what it might be, oh, I guess I do have it there. So you could take a peek at it. All right. And get a feel for what's going to be asked of you. It's worth 250 points. And I think that's right. So here are all the instructions to get you started, and here is how I will be grading it. Okay. So the quality of the team report that you will be putting together is only 40% of the project. The largest percent of this project is based on your team, okay? And it should be influenced primarily by you, right? So this is one of the reasons why I say communication is really important. Stay communicating with your team members, okay? If you had to think about it right now, what would be one of the potential issues that would come up working on a global team? Greg? I'll look again. Language barriers, for sure. Edgar? Time difference, that's going to be a big one. Oh, all right. Awesome, Ryan, thanks for sharing. Time differences. Now, what I wanted to show you, oops, okay. What you'll see here is that almost all of the due dates are a Sunday, okay? Now, it'll be Sunday and it will say midnight, but it's midnight in North Carolina, okay? So that means whatever it is that you are turning in that week needs to be uploaded by 11 p.m. Milwaukee time, okay? And so even you have some of the time differences to adjust to. But you'll see that you get the first 3 weeks, even maybe 4 weeks until the middle of September, to get to know your team members, think about which projects you might like, to work on. I'll tell you, why Matchplat, that's a new one for Italy. That was a new one too. Good Earth Oils was really popular. Dart drones, that was also really popular with students in the spring semester. I also don't just throw you out there. Okay, Valerie Beach is the librarian for the business school. And as soon as X-Culture finalizes the companies, I give her that information and she sets up resources for you that get posted in D2L. So if you are looking to expand to another country, she'll list for you their resources that can help give you information about other countries. Okay, and so the idea is I'm trying to give you as many resources as possible to do the actual task so that in class then we can focus on some of the team elements, managing conflict, communication issues, certainly team issues, okay? Any other questions about that at the moment? But that handout is there and we'll talk about it again on Monday. Okay, all right, let me get back to my syllabus. So this is located under the X-Culture materials in D2L. Okay, now this report structure and deliverables might need to be updated because if they make changes from spring, and I don't have those yet, so you can just hang in there, but you're welcome to check them. Let's see. Actually, I've got them hidden, so. Okay, we'll go back to our course documents. Any other questions there? Oh, my readers are fogging up. Okay, so let me get back to our syllabus. Oh, actually, I did want to show you. When we talk about teamwork, we talk quite a lot about norms, okay, and ground rules, and that's something that when we talk about our team's topic next week, Wednesday, we'll start on that topic. We'll talk about the importance of ground rules, setting ground rules and norms that the group can agree with. So if you are able to communicate with your team members earlier, right, you could talk about these kinds of things. What has helped in the past has been setting up, okay, and every team does it differently, and there is no one best practice, but let's say we want to have all of our deliverable every week done by midnight on Friday so that those other people can look at it on Saturday and make changes before we submit it on Sunday. Okay, that would be a norm. Norms for the classroom. I'm going to leave it like this so I can see my online students. First of all, I am so glad you are here. I've said that already. When you attend class, you'll have to show your COVID check. That's going to be one of the norms for our classroom. Please bring your computer and either a headset or earbuds with you to class when you're here in person, because I'm going to, teamwork or any project work in class is really difficult when we have to stay 6 feet apart. So that's why I will have you working in breakout rooms with folks who are online. Okay? And so I will have folks who are here also logging into Zoom and maybe working on exercises with other students. Okay, so please bring your computer. I'm also asking if you can to bring your textbook. And let me ask this, how many people have the textbook online? Okay, we don't usually have a lot of them, but if you prefer and don't mind an online version of the book, all you have to do is get the MindTap resources. And that's, I think it's $50, and it gives you the book online. Okay. A lot of people like me, I like to have something I can hold and something I can touch, but you'll still need the MindTap resources. Okay. But the nice thing is, if for some reason we have to go back online, you'll find the resources for Cengage under your class. So I'm just going to log into your class here. Oops, I will try to log in. Ooh, all right. And again, Paul will show us this at about 3 o'clock. Okay. So when I log into your class, make sure that you find the 2 o'clock class. And those of you who are online can feel free to do this at the same time. No, we don't want to participate there. So for chapter 1, you'll see it a little bit differently than I do because I have the instructor version, but you'll have the ebook. Okay, and so that's where Allie and Morgan will find and it's the same textbook as what you get in the paper copy. Then I'm offering extra credit right off the bat, okay, to encourage folks to use the MindTap resources, which I'm requiring you to get because they help you learn the material. Okay, so there are a lot of them for you, and with every chapter, there will be a quiz, and I think there's homework. They might not have it for chapter 1. Okay, so you'll see an assignment and a quiz, and for every one of those that you complete, you'll earn 1 extra credit point, and my grad assistant will log that for you. Okay, to give everyone an incentive to get online and get into MindTap, if you complete the chapter 1 quiz, right, which is down here, by the start of class on Monday, you will automatically earn 5 extra credit points, okay, which can come in handy if you don't always do as well on the exams as you would like. So I give lots of opportunities for extra credit, including some career-related things, okay? But I do it to incentivize you to go in and use these resources because it will make, this is a heavy theory class, there's just no getting around it. We'll try to do exercises and all sorts of things to help you become more comfortable with all the concepts and terminology, but these resources will help. Okay, Morgan? You can take any and all of them, but the ones that count for extra credit will always be the chapter quiz. Correct. And chapter 2 is a better example of it. It's the assignment is worth 1 point and the quiz. Okay. Now it says counts toward grade. That's just a setting that Cengage put in there. It counts towards extra credit. Okay. And students who have done those have tended to do a little better on the exams. Okay. So any questions from the online folks? I think I've minimized my chat box. Okay, any questions, online folks? You will also find that I am really good about putting everything that we've done in class on a certain day. You'll see it in the news page. So all of your deliverables, what I'm trying to do is get everybody into the habit of looking at the news page. Okay, and so after every class, hopefully when you leave, I'll rehash, okay, remember that by 2 o'clock on Monday, if you do the quiz for chapter 1 in MindTap, you'll get 5 extra credit points. Please read chapter 2 and all of that, okay? You'll find that in the news page. Okay, questions about that? I know you all have a lot that you're juggling in all of your classes, so I'll try to do whatever I can to provide you with the prompts and the cues that you need to be successful. Okay. Any other questions? So these are the rest of our classroom norms. Okay. When you're here, sit in the designated seats, which won't be real hard. I'll try to be aware of students who are in Zoom if you're asking me questions and stuff. And I just ask that I will be as patient with you as I can be and ask you to do the same of each other. Okay. Let's see, any other questions? Let me see what else I have next here. Let's finish up our syllabus. I know I'm jumping around a little bit. Okay. Let me make this a little bigger. They told us not to hand out a paper syllabus, so that's why in all of your classes you'll see that it's online. I will give you a link on the news page in D2L for my office hours every week, and hopefully it'll be the same one, unless we get some folks who are Zoom bombing, which happens now and then. But I can lock the room when we get started to avoid some of that for you. But I will try to have office hours in Zoom and on Mondays and Wednesdays. And note that I need to stop at 1:50 because I have to get over here to Cudahy Hall for class. Okay, but I am also more than happy to schedule any appointments with folks, and we'll do it on Zoom. Okay, and I can get that all set up. I've got everything. You would just need to click the URL to join me. Okay. Questions about that? All right. So the required course materials, it's the ORGB 6th edition. And I need you to get the 6th edition because there's stuff in it that is not in the 5th edition. And the Mind Tap, which we talked about. And then there will be readings, cases, and things like that that'll be posted in D2L. Okay. The technology requirements are those that the university has encouraged all of us to put in our syllabi. This class is also one of the business classes that can count towards Marquette's core curriculum. And so I think in one of my classes, I have someone from nursing. Awesome. It does count for the, I'm trying to remember, the individuals and communities core curriculum. If you are a business student, it's one of the courses you can double count. Okay, so it would count as a required class that business students have to take, but it can also count if you declare in the discovery tier the individuals and communities. I know you don't have to, but that's one of the key things that'll help you. We'll talk about individuals a lot and community. Okay, course objectives. Now you're going to get to know the people side of things, right? And the people side also drives the financial side of things, the marketing side of things. It drives supply chain. Right? If anybody's a human resources major, right, you'll find this class really helpful in terms of understanding that side of things. Okay? And I also teach a staffing class, so if you are an HR major, you might see me again at some point. You're going to get some practice speaking in class, hopefully. You'll get some practice writing out assignments, talking about ethical issues. We'll talk about all sorts of different kinds of companies. If you actually have examples from your workplace or an internship, especially if things are a little bit different in nursing, right? Share those in class because those examples are what help you better understand the concepts, okay? And so I can give you a whole ton of examples myself, but it's a little more, it's easier to remember if it comes from you, okay? Okay. So again, except in unusual circumstances, here are some additional norms. I will start on time, and the clock in this room is not accurate, so I have my own little clock. I'll get you out on time to the best of my ability. And I think we've talked about the rest of this. Okay. Let me again see if there are any, nope, no questions in the chat. Okay, 3 exams. They are not cumulative. Okay. However, the topic does build, right? So when we talk about teams and communication, some of those concepts also apply when we talk about politics in the workplace or when we talk about organizational culture, okay? But strictly speaking, if you have an article or reading from the first, let's say chapter 3, you won't see it on the next exam, by and large, okay? So not cumulative. The final exam also is not cumulative, okay? And the exams will be taken online. Okay? That, I think it just makes it easier for everybody, okay? So 3 exams, each one is 100 points. There will be 2 assignments. Okay? And what I like to do as much as I can is to give you guys some choice in the matter. So one of the homework assignments near the end of the semester will be a review and evaluation of your X-Culture experience. And everyone has to do that one. But there are 2 other homework assignments. One of them will deal with our chapter on personality and attitudes, okay? And that one will come up sooner because we cover that. Or if you prefer, and it's easier for you to balance a homework assignment a little later on, the other one will be about organizational culture. We should do a little scavenger hunt there. Sorry about this, I hope I'm not getting you dizzy. The first homework assignment will be handed out probably on September 16th, and it'll be due on the 23rd. So if you want to do that one and get it out of the way, you won't have another homework assignment until the end of the semester. Right? If you're really jammed up or you forget or you just need a little bit of a breather, the next homework assignment will come up in the middle of October. I'll probably hand it out on Monday the 19th, and it'll be due on the 26th of October. Okay, so if you don't want to mess around with that at first, you can wait and do the second one. So it's completely up to you. The only caveat I have is that you have to choose one. Okay, and so I do not allow students to say, oh, I'm going to do the personality one, and if I don't do really well on there, then I'll do the second one. Okay, the workplace doesn't really operate like that, and so, and it also gives me a ton more grading to do. More importantly, I really want to read your best efforts, okay? So if you do the personality assignment, do your best job with that, okay? And then you're home free until the end of the semester, okay? Same thing with org culture, okay? If you want to hang out and wait till a little bit later, you can do this one here. Any questions about that? You know, these first classes have a lot of information. Anybody in the chat? All right, I keep checking on you. Okay, so 2 homework assignments. Get back up there. Each one worth 50 points. Participation, I've changed this a little bit because I need to be a little flexible if something happens and you guys get sick. I used to do a little bit of participation every class, but it's going to be done weekly now, okay? And so it will, I'm trying to encourage those who are in class to speak up, okay? And that counts towards your participation. I would encourage folks who are online to speak up, but there will be an activity with every chapter, okay? And so I will tie some of that, and we'll do it in class, I will tie some of that to your participation. So if you show up for class, either online or in person on Monday and Wednesday, you will automatically earn 7.5 out of 10 points, right? So I reward folks for just showing up, and that's why in the Zoom, I want folks to log on with your name so I can see who's here, right? Because if you come on Zoom and stay for the class, you'll automatically get the 7.5 points for the week, okay? And then the rest is just a matter of say something, share something, okay? If you find articles, maybe from other classes or articles in the newspaper, and there's a lot going on right now in the world, bring that to class and tell us about it, okay? That's an awesome way to share that with your classmates and me, of course, and it'll give you nice participation points, okay? Because of COVID, if it turns out that anybody tests positive, please stay home, but please let me know right away, okay? And I will work something out for you, okay? So I'm gonna be really flexible there. And when you're online, there'll be things that you can do online, okay? Any questions? Any other? Okay. And then we talked about the International Teams Project. Okay, quizzes, we have one for every chapter, and I usually do them in class. I've been doing them at the end of the chapter, but the idea is to encourage folks to read the material before you come to class. So I could theoretically say, okay, everybody log in. That's why you need your computers. Log in and take the quiz in D2L for chapter 4. Okay, folks at home can do it. Folks in the classroom can do it. And there will be 12 quizzes, and I dropped the 2 lowest ones. Okay, now 80 to 90% of the time, if I get good participation in class, we might do the quiz together. Again, most of these efforts are to try to encourage folks to participate and talk in the chat or live. It helps you learn the material better. With the quizzes, after the quiz is taken, I make the quiz available and I choose one question from every quiz to be on the exam. Okay, so our first exam covers 5 chapters because chapters 1 and 2 are kind of small. And so you'll see one question from each of those quizzes on the exam. It encourages you, I hope, to go back and reread some of the parts. When I show you the quiz, when I post it, and I'll show you exactly. We'll do a practice one next week. Oops. Okay. Let me get back to, all right, so in D2L, it'll be under the quizzes. And I've got it hidden from you right now, but we've got a practice quiz. Let me show you what this is. This one we'll practice. Save that one there. Ooh, actually, I have to update that, but what you'll see here is that I don't give you the answer, although we do talk about it in class. Okay? I make sure that we have gone through all the quiz questions and you know the right answers. When you're studying for the exam, however, I give you the page numbers in the book where you can find the answer, because I want you to go back and look at pages 19 to 21, and maybe you'll read something that you missed originally, and it'll help you on the exam. So it gives you, the more touch points you have with this kind of material, the more likely you are to remember it. Okay? Does that make sense? So we'll practice this from chapter 2. We'll probably do that. We will do this one on Monday. Okay? But you'll see that I give you the page numbers. If you are studying for the exam and you're thinking, oh my gosh, Bonnie, I don't remember what the answer to question 5 is, and I've looked on page 28 and I can't find it, tell me what you think it is and I'll let you know if you're right. Or I don't give you the, I want you to look it up, but I'll let you know if you're right and give you the right answer. Okay, so that you can use it to study. Make sense? All right, so that's where the quizzes are. There'll be a total of 10 of them that count. But again, good participation, and we're likely, almost always I go through all the material before the quiz. So I might give you little cues that say, by the way, you're gonna really wanna remember this because you might see it later today. That's a good indication that it's a question that's gonna be on the quiz. So put a note there, or as much as I can, I've got a good sense of approximately what's on the exam. We'll say, and you're gonna need to know this for the exam. So maybe put a little star in your notes and things like that. Okay, we're doing pretty well on time here. So those are the components of the class. Now it says there are no makeups for missed quizzes. If you're missing them because of COVID, again, please just reach out to me as soon as possible and we'll figure something out, okay? But if you happen to oversleep or something like that, okay, just know that I dropped 2 of them. Usually this helps out athletes if you're traveling for sports and things like that, or if you have other commitments like that. Okay, the COVID-19, hopefully you're seeing this in everybody's syllabus. They sent this out to all faculty. I will do whatever I can to help accommodate students. So please, if you have any issues, please just stay in touch with me. Okay. Otherwise, I think that's pretty much it. All right. We lost one already. And here's the grading scale. It's the typical, okay, that you're likely to see. I don't tend to, I don't tend to curve grades, especially on exams, because of all the extra credit I'm giving folks. And so start early and do a lot of it. Okay. So any questions? How's my chat? Okay. Let's just do, the learning style. I'll get folks started on that. So if you are in Zoom at home, if you'd log into or get back into D2L and it's under, well, that's what I wanted to show folks. All right, so things in D2L are broken up by, these are going to be all the cases, articles, and handouts, and then the PowerPoint slides. And if I show you videos in class, this is where you'll find them. But under, let me log in as a student to show what you will see. So in D2L, if you go under the content and section 1, okay. It's cases, articles, and handouts. There's the learning style inventory. So I'd like folks to start working on that and then fill in on the information sheet. Okay. All right, I want to make sure that folks in Zoom, okay. And our speaker, I'm going to guess, will be here momentarily.
Do you want us to fill this out, or you just want us to read it?
I'd like you to fill it out. And then on your information sheet, if you would enter that on there for me. The reason I ask is because everybody learns differently. And I try to mix the types of activities that we do. And I'll say, okay, those of you who are more visual in terms of learning, okay, here's something that might help you. For folks who might be a little more auditory in terms of learning, okay, I can try to point out things that we do that'll help if you're an auditory learner. Okay, good question, thank you. And I will always try to repeat the question for those who are here in the classroom if a question gets asked online. Okay. So I do not need you to upload the learning style inventory when you finish it, but just write it on your information sheet. And then those of you who are online, if you would put that in the Dropbox for me. Okay, and here's what it looks like. Close this. All right, and I'm going to pause our recording at the moment. So while Paul is getting that set up, does anybody other than Allie have the Cengage All Access? Anyone online? Open the chat window. Oh, all right, Madison's got it. Ryan's got it. Awesome.
Nice, okay. Great, so all right, I've got a course that's coming up in just a moment. So, okay, so here is the ORG-B 6th edition MindTap. This is the MindTap that you'll be using in this course. So mine's gonna look a little bit different, Bonnie? I'm not sure. I think did you maybe make some due dates and everything?
Not so
Or
much.
no? Okay. So it might look very similar to this. But basically, the left-hand side, everyone, this is where you're going to access, and you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. This is where you're going to access the ebook. So when you click into a chapter, you will see this icon right here. This shows the ebook, so you can click on that. We'll go into that in just a minute. And then you'll see these activities here. I'm not sure, are you having the students do these ones?
They are doing, we did just talk about the chapter quiz, and then if there is an assignment, they can earn extra credit for doing those.
Oh, okay. So there they are. So you have your assignments here, your quiz, the media quiz. The videos for each chapter are found right here. So you can just click into them and you have them. And then each chapter has flashcards as well. So this is a great study tool. You don't have to worry about making flashcards for the class. You just simply click into the flashcard area. You see chapter 1 has 19 flashcards made. Opportunities, what does that mean? Flip it. There's your definition. You can go through this. Okay. So each chapter has a very simple layout. If you've taken other courses that use MindTap, you're probably already very familiar with this and you know what to do. But the ebook is right here. Click into that, and you can select.
Will you be able to show them how to sign up for MindTap?
I'll be able to show, yeah, on this page coming up, I'll show them how they can sign up. But you know, typically, under normal circumstances, I would come to your class and I'd have a student volunteer come up and have you show the sign-in process. Since we can't really do that today, I'll send you, I'll show you a page here that will help with instructions on how to do that. I'll get to that in just a second. I'm sorry.
I did post the instructions that Tara sent in our course site, so they should.
Oh,
have a
okay.
sheet. Yep.
And did you get this one too? This is one I sent you, Bonnie? This
No?
page? It should be an email that I sent on Sunday or even last week. I think I sent them twice. So
I might have
check.
seen some-
I can resend it to you if you don't have it. But yeah, I'll go over this page in just a second. I just wanted to show the students that this is the ebook. You can click into different sections. You can take notes in here as well. You can highlight. You can highlight and add notes if you want. Okay. It's like a Post-it note right there. Okay, you can have the book read to you out loud right here. So you just click on that and it'll read it for you out loud. You can bookmark pages as well. And you never have to hit the back button in MindTap. You just hit the X in the top right corner and it'll close out the page. When you complete activities, you'll see the scores here and you can click in Open Gradebook and you'll be able to review the scores that you had. On the right-hand side, this is the app stock, and this is where you find the full ebook. But again, it's easier probably to access the ebooks just through these individual chapters. Okay. The glossary is here. The flashcards are right here. The study hub, this is where when you take notes, you're going to find all of your notes listed here in the study hub under the notes and highlights section. They're the ones I took. The read speaker, I showed you about how you can have the book read to you out loud. You can customize it so you can slow it down or speed it up. Use a male or female voice if you wanted to. And then these apps down here you probably don't have to worry too much about. But everything that you'll be doing pretty much will be, the bulk of it is right in here. Okay, really all of it. Okay. On this page here, that Bonnie, I would recommend putting this in D2L if you could for the students to see. This will give you guys instructions on how to register for MindTap. So there's two options really. If you got a course link, you can skip these three right here and just go to this link right here where it says if your instructor provided direct link for your course, which I believe that's what you've done, right?
I'll have to double check.
Okay, or if you like given a course key or course link. But the students will need access to that course link in order to access MindTap.
I think they've got the link.
Okay, do you guys know? Can anyone confirm?
I think we have a link, but we don't have an access code or a course key.
Right, so if you have the link, you won't need the course key. Okay, because that link includes the course key in it. So it will direct you to Management 3001, this section that you're in, okay? As far as it, I'm sorry?
Can I take control of the screen back and I'll show you what they have? Would that help?
Sure, yep.
All right, so let me get back to mine and what we've got. Oops, under course documents. So, all right, so I'll show you what I gave them. Open that up. Okay, can people see this?
That's the link right there, yep. That's the link that you want to click into.
And it's probably better if you copy and paste it rather than trying to retype it.
Yeah, can they copy that one? Is that able to be highlighted, or is it a PDF though?
I can actually try to put it in there.
Okay.
I mean, I can edit the PDF, so I'll put that in there for you guys. I'll do it before my 3:30 class. Okay.
And then, okay, so if you want to go back to, yeah, I'll share my screen again.
Oh, okay.
So to let you know some of the options here. So again, these directions right here, you follow that link and these video directions would help you with accessing everything. So when you click on that link, it's going to prompt you to sign into your Cengage account or create a new account. So if you have to create a new account, it's new this semester is that they're going to require you to confirm your email address. So from the same web browser, then you would just open up another tab, go to your inbox, confirm your email address, and then you're all set, okay? Purchase options here. Actually, before I go on, I gave a lot of details already. Does anyone have any questions right now for me? No?
So
Okay.
they do not have to purchase the All Access Pass.
They don't have to, no. So if this is the only class that you are taking that's using Cengage, the less expensive option will be to get that book, either just MindTap on its own access, or the book is being sold at the bookstore, and that includes the MindTap access code. So for the one student that was asking, like saying that you don't have an access code, it will come with your book when you buy a new book, okay? So if you are taking other courses at Marquette that are using Cengage, such as any of these right here, there's a whole list of them, there's a lot, and you should probably get a Cengage Unlimited subscription. Some of you probably have had them in the past, but for those that don't know what it is, a Cengage Unlimited subscription gets you access to everything Cengage has for the semester. It costs $119.99 for the semester or $180 for the year. And like I said, so if you're taking, let's say this course and you're taking individual income taxation, for example, then you will be able to access this course and the accounting course for just that one purchase of Cengage Unlimited. All right. You can also get a textbook rental for $7.99 with free shipping if you would like to have an actual text sent to your home. So they will do that. Here's a video on how you can rent the textbook if you get that Cengage Unlimited subscription. But again, if this is the only class you're taking using Cengage this semester, you probably don't need the unlimited subscription. You can save yourself money. I think it's like $80 for the bundle at the bookstore, the book and the access code. Any questions on purchase options? If this is the only class also you're taking and you don't need the book at all, you can just click on that link and it will direct you to, you can either purchase Unlimited or you can purchase just MindTap for this course alone. Okay, that might, I'm not sure the exact cost. It might be like $60 or $70. Okay. So yeah, keep in mind, these are the courses out. If you're taking any of these, you can potentially be saving a lot of money with that unlimited subscription. So hopefully you're taking multiple courses using Cengage. All right. Some more tips here. If you have a Cengage, I'm sorry, if you have a smartphone, you can get the Cengage mobile app where you can access the ebook and the study tools offline. But when you complete activities, you'll want to be on a computer for that. Here's some MindTap tips and training. And then lastly, technical support. So if anyone does have any technical issues with MindTap, maybe a video is not playing or the homework's not loading, whatever it might be, hopefully you never need this. But If you have tech issues, don't contact your professor. Instead, contact us so we can help you. The self-service website right here is where you can click, create your tech support ticket. You can also chat live online or on Twitter, which here is a pretty good way of getting things done quickly. I would recommend creating a tech support ticket first, though, and then following up with a phone call after, okay? Because the wait times at the beginning of the semester can be a little long, but definitely create that ticket online first so that it gets the ball rolling, all right? And Bonnie, I'll share this this website with you. And if you want to put it on D2L or somewhere, that would be great because it's for the students, okay?
Okay.
Anyone have any questions at all? No? Oh, I should point out too, I do have office hours. So I have virtual Zoom meeting office hours tomorrow and on Friday. I'll send those as well to you, Bonnie, in the follow-up email here. And so if anyone has any questions or if you have any issues whatsoever, feel free to join the Zoom virtual office hours and I can help get you all set up.
All right. We are at our time, so
Okay.
perfect. Thanks so much, Paul, and I will see you at 4:30.
4:30, right? Okay, thank you very much. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so.